Hello, this is Pam from Down Under Recumbent Trike Ventures. In today's video, Lea-anne and I are going to explore the Kedron Brook Wetlands, and then we're going to venture on to, or on the way back, we're going to go to the Nudgee Waterholes. I don't have Molly with me anymore. Some of you may already know this, but I had to have Molly euthanised a couple of weeks ago. Her health had started to deteriorate, and she started to slow down and was having difficulty with movement, and then she lost her appetite, and then over the course of a weekend she started to crash. So it was the kindest option. And as I said, you know when it's your dog what's right and what's the right thing to do, and it was the right time and the right thing to do. So I've got a little memorial on the back of my bike which I'll show you, like the one I did for James. And I've got a little memorial toy cavalier on the back of my trike, and that's my new mascot, and that's in memorial to Miss Molly. So I will put some snaps at the end of the video if you care to have a look at her journey and her enjoyment of the trike rides. But in the meantime, let's go and have a fun ride. We are starting our ride from the bikeway next to the Nudgee golf course on Nudgee Road. Last time we were here we saw this beautiful spider's web. There's a track coming up here on the left which goes down to the canal, a good fishing spot. But a hell of a bumpy ride. The other thing that happens on this ride is that we hear and see lots of aeroplanes and jets coming down over you to the airports nearby. That's the Nudgee golf course on the right. This is the Jim Soorely Bikeway, and this is a really nice boardwalk at the start of the bikeway. This little water area here, we see some different birds at different times, and last time I was here I got a spoonbill. Last time Lea-anne and I rode past here we were lucky enough to see some baby stilts, and then there's always plenty of ibis here, and an odd duck or two. So we see a variety of birds along here. Sometimes we see Brahminy kites, and there is also a chance of osprey. I've seen superb blue wrens, and then there's always woolly wagtails. There is a bit of bike traffic on the bikeway this morning. This is a nice view, and I'm just going to stop to just look down the other way. You can see the sun's that way. Oh, hang on. What I might get you to do, if you don't mind, just for something different, I'll give you the camera, just to hold, like, I'll just shoot it of me going just up to the next bend up here, and then we can swap over. Oh, look, turn it. Lea-anne is filming me. I was a bit excited back there because I don't normally manage to capture the jets taking off in my video footage. Like the changing of the pattern. Hang on. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. It's Jet City. There's all the sandbags there that they've put down to stop all the erosion from the water craft that come up the canal. And we've got a boat going up the river. Well, not the river, it's the canal. Kedron Brook floodway. We're going a little bit slower, just in case we might come across a little blue wren. There was one time I was riding with Lea-anne and I counted about 18. I was actually in the lead, and they were landing on the road in front of me, but by the time Lea-anne got there they'd flown off. Okay, through there you can see where the white buildings are, the highway. The Kedron Brook Wetlands are actually just to the left hand side of the Toombul Road roundabout, and there is an access, but I'm not quite sure whether it's gated, whether you can get through or not. We're coming up to the turn off where we're going to go to the left and continue on to the turn off where we go onto the wetlands. Quite cool this morning. I think the weather's starting to change. Well, we're in autumn now. Lots of cyclists out this morning. Lea-anne does some painting and artwork, so she now she's saying not a lot, but she does do some beautiful artwork. She looks at the trees and that with an artist's perspective of what it would look like painted. She's done a nice picture of a raven. Got some bikes coming. Whoa! I didn't get any of that because I was holding the camera in a different angle. There was nearly a head-on collision between the two sets of cyclists, but the sign clearly says do not overtake. Lea-anne's doing the right thing here, going slow behind the joggers because there's oncoming cyclists. That's the right thing to do. Coming on your right. So we've got lots of cyclists. Yeah, the things that you can't say. I just made a rather unnice comment or a rather blue comment. Lea-anne said her Australian friend Wayne Kerr is out today. I think there's a few Wayne Kerrs out today. Just come across a group of cyclists. They were all over the whole pathway. I have a name for them, but I can't really say it. We has manners. They're out today. Just at the bottom of the bridge, there's a turn off to go into the wetlands. It's not a bad surface. It's a hard enough surface. A few little rocks here. We've got some mangroves on the right. I've got some nice photos of the stilts that were here last time. Because the sky is blue and not dull, you get all the beautiful blue in the water and the reflections. Lea-anne's going to go ahead and be my scout. I like that idea. But for the main thing, it's all doable. You just got to go a bit slowly. The highway there on the right. Oh, I hit a bump. I found a little hole. What happened to my scout? But there's a big stick up here on the pathway. Well done, well done, well done. More crows. Up ahead are some cyclists and we're wondering how they got through. Good morning. I reckon it's better now. Well, that was unusual seeing cyclists on this path. There's a couple of potholes coming up. That was better going to the left. Oh, that's nice through there. So there's the start of the wetlands. So now we've got the view. So serene early in the morning. Oh, that's nice. Some of the photos coming up, you'll see that we're taken at different lights and different times of the day. We're near the airport, so you can see the jet taking off here and a couple of ducks. And last time we were here, we were lucky to see the black swans. We didn't see them on the last time we were here, or we did, but they were way in the background. Sometimes I visit a place a few times before I'll actually do a video. So the video is a representation of a compilation of photos on a different day. How beautiful is this? So peaceful and serene. We see a variety of birds. That's the great egret. In the background there's a spoonbill and a cormorant, and here we have the cormorants following the spoonbill. So Lea-anne's going to check the access from the Toombul Road roundabout. Lea-anne rode up here, but I'm on foot. You can get through the gate by pedestrian, you can't get a car through. She said there's room to park when you come off the Toombul Road roundabout, but you might want to reverse in so you can get out easily. The cyclist we passed earlier said that we should be able to get through, so we're going to have a look, as this is supposed to be a loop which goes back on the Jim Soorely Bikeway.
Last time we came here it was very, very soft gravel, like what's up here on the left. It was that surface there, and it was very loose and deep, but it looks like definitely better than before. Oh, they possibly went through on the outside. We're going to walk the trike through this stuff. I'm going to ride this little first bit here. It was a little bit rough, but we got through there. We didn't get through on this track last time because it was too rocky and soft, but we've been able to get through, so I haven't been on here before.
And now we're back on the Jim Soorely Bikeway.
Lots of pedestrian and cycle traffic.
And as we came around the corner, we suddenly realised why there were so many cyclists on the bikeway. We discovered that at the Criterion, every Saturday, they have racing events. No wonder there were so many cyclists on the path.
We are at the Criterion, and we've got a whole lot of action happening here, and we're about to get some cyclists coming past. There's two groups.
We're now leaving the Criterion, and we're just going to ride a little bit further on the Kedron Brook Bikeway.
Good morning. You go ahead of me. Here she comes. Here she comes. Walking down the street. The greyhound's got boots on.
Don't mind us, we're just being silly. We're singing an old song from the Monkeys. Hey, hey, we're the Monkeys. But we're having fun, and that's what it's all about. Across the road, the bikeway will become the Kedron Brook Bikeway.
This is the old Toombul shopping centre, which got flooded in 22, and they are going to demolish the whole thing. With the overhead rail line above us, what goes out to the airport.
You're going to see all the stuff that gets washed up when the creek floods, bits of debris everywhere. And we've got some water running down there.
I wonder if that was from the last lot of water that we had, but it tells you how high the water can come.
There's a nice glimpse of the water coming up here through there. Just a little bit further, there's a flood level indicator on the next bridge showing you how high the water rises when the creek floods. Before I crossed this bridge, I sent Lea-anne ahead earlier so I could get a photo of her on the bridge, which I will include. There are a lot of big old trees in this park. I'll include some photos. There's another big one there on the right. You can't get an idea because you're not that close to them, but they're very, very tall. Very, very beautiful. Coming up a bit further, there's a pathway on the right for pedestrians, which is quite handy. There's another big tree here, a couple of the big trees in the park. This is Kalinga Park, and there's some lovely rest areas and shady trees and shelters. This is that divided pathway I was talking about before. Another one of the beautiful old trees. And here I saw some dogs having a swim. I stopped to take a little small video. This was looking up the creek a little bit further. We actually went on to Shore Park and had a breakfast at the cafe there, but I haven't included that footage in here, but this is just also up the creek on the way back. We went on the left hand side, which I didn't video. We found a couple of old big trees up there as well. I'm now going to jump to the Nudgee Waterhole video. This is Childs Road, also where the overpass goes over the gateway. And we're coming up to crossing Childs Road here.
So this is the Nudgee Waterholes, and Lea-anne's going to tell us a little bit about the aeration system, what they've got on the waterway.
Got a few ducks out here today. We usually get a lot of turtles and eels. Sometimes I've seen swans and pelicans out here. About a year or so ago, the Brisbane City Council put out this set of solar panels you see out here, and we've got 2 pump bubblers that you see. They're not filtration. What they are actually doing is just agitating the water, which oxygenates the water and makes for a healthier pond flow. Stops the pond from becoming too stagnant because there's not a lot of water flow here. The local name for the waterhole is Nada.
So we're going to ride along the track which goes around this waterhole, and there's a nice rainforested area and a boardwalk, a little bit of everything. Another nice view through here. Lea-anne tells me this is where she flooded her upright trike. She rode through when there was some water here.
Everything's nice and green at the moment. We've had a bit of rain and there's some nice tea tree area here we're riding through. There's some beautiful ferned areas coming up. There's a fallen tree. I just love the bark on this tree here.
There's the back of the sports field here. You can go that way and then go out onto Childs Road, I think it is.
Look at this magnificent tree.
Coming up to the Bora Ring Initiation Centre. There's a few sign plaques on there explaining it all. Got our little boardwalk area here now. Yeah, I got a nice photo of that. Beautiful ferns and things growing up the tree. Beautiful.
We are coming up to what we call the spirit tree or the ancestry tree. hoping that it comes out in the photograph okay. It's hard to get all the detail of the lines that are in the tree, but you can see some of it here in the video. We are now making our way back out over this little bridge, and this will wind around the loop and come out at the end of the car park. What's not to like about this scenery? All these beautiful ferns and the creepers growing up the trees. It's so peaceful, serene and very cool to ride around.
Oh, a couple of tree roots across the path there. Kadunk, kadunk. There are some lovely signs around this park here. It's I'm assuming the Aboriginal name for the tree or whatever it is that the feature is there. I'll put some photos up of those. So I did take individual photos of them.
So we're going to have a nice cup of tea and some bickies before we start off on our ride back home. Lea-anne does love a good swing, but on this particular photo she looks like she's broken, but she made a speedy recovery.
So this concludes the end of our video. I hope you've enjoyed the different variety of scenery that we've seen today, and yeah, come along again for the next ride. Thank you for watching.
This was Miss Molly's first introduction to riding. I had an upright Gomia trike, had electrics on it. Then she progressed to this trailer here. This was up at Woolcock Beach at Kalinga, and she had fancy pink wheels on that one. Down at the Shorncliffe Pier, we were frequent visitors along there. She just loved to come along with us. She would stand up when we went along the Sandgate foreshore, having a rest here on the top of the Shorncliffe Hill. This is belting along the top of the Shorncliffe Hill. This was when I was riding beside Penny. She was looking at Penny. It's going through on the Jim Soorely Bikeway up at Lake Capestone. This is down near Nudgee Beach. At Christmas time we used to decorate her trailer. This is back up at North Lakes just last Christmas. And she was a tired teddy bear at times. She would get out when we used to have to stop. It's on the Hornybrook Highway. This is down at Woody Point. Rest in peace, my beautiful Molly.